Well, when you become a CBN partner, you are literally helping people in need all over the world. Like this little baby from China named Yun Xuan. She was born with a life-threatening condition and needed immediate surgery to survive. Here's how you helped save this little girl's life. The Wongs love celebrating their daughter Yun Xuan's birthday. They'll never forget how she almost didn't make it home from the hospital.
My body turned ice cold. I was terrified and told the doctor if they could only save one of us, they must save our baby.
Mrs. Wong lost a lot of blood and fainted. Meanwhile, Yun Xuan was transferred to a larger hospital and put in ICU.
The doctor said the liquids couldn't get into her stomach and intestines properly. Part of the gastric juice was flowing back into her respiratory tract, and she got pneumonia. She couldn't breathe on her own and had to rely on a ventilator to stay alive. I cried and said to her, "Baby, be strong. Daddy will do everything in his power to save you."
Really, he was scared to death.
I couldn't even walk straight. All I could think about was losing my child.
Yun Xuan needed surgery, yet Mr. Wong is a poor farmer. It would take 5 years to save for an operation, and there was no guarantee she'd even make it to the next day.
She was in an incubator with tubes all over her body. I couldn't stop crying. I knew she was in critical danger, waiting for me to rescue her.
I felt completely helpless, lying in my hospital bed. I prayed in my heart, if there is a God in this world, please bless my husband and bring my baby back to me soon.
Then, in my darkest moment, a friend said he'd heard an organization called Operation Blessing that had helped other children in our village. I thought maybe they could do something for our daughter.
With your help, Yun Xuan got the emergency surgery she needed. Her father was finally able to hold her, and she was reunited with her mother. And when we recently checked in on Yun Xuan, we found a very healthy and happy little girl.
Now she loves following me to catch butterflies and pick flowers in the forest. The three of us are a happy family. Operation Blessing staff told me they helped Yun Xuan because they wanted to bring God's love to us, and they prayed for Yun Xuan during the surgery.
God heard my prayers. My husband and I may not fully understand who Jesus is yet, but we know he's good and kind, and we are eager to learn more about him. Because of his love and the help of Operation Blessing donors, our daughter got a second chance on life.
Well, Adriana severely fractured her left leg when she was 6 years old. Her parents had no way to pay for surgery to repair it, so she suffered in pain for days, lying in bed without moving, until you came to her rescue.
6-year-old Adriana was climbing high in this tree near her home in Honduras to pick a piece of fruit for her brother. Then she fell feet first to the ground.
Adriana slipped off a branch and landed on her feet from very high in the tree. The impact broke her left leg.
When I fell, I felt the bone bend in this part of my leg. I managed to hop into the house and tried to sit down. I did not make it and fell.
Adriana's parents rushed their daughter to a hospital on a motorcycle.
They checked me with an X-ray machine, and I saw that my leg was broken. Then I saw my mom start to cry.
The doctor told them the break was so severe that it required surgery to repair it. As a delivery driver, Freddie knew they could never afford it.
I thought we barely have enough to eat because I earn money day by day with my job. When they asked if I could pay for the surgery, I said no.
The hospital stabilized the break with a cast and sent Adriana home. There, she waited on her bed, trying to ignore the pain.
When the pain got really bad, I asked my mom for a pill. I was lying in bed for many days without moving.
Every morning, I asked God for a solution. In the end, I told my wife, we have to trust in God.
Then, thanks to you, Operation Blessing paid for Adriana to receive the surgery she needed to repair the fracture in her leg. Later, we checked on her and found the surgery had been successful. She can now walk and run like before.
Thank you to Operación Blessing and to those who gave to help our daughter. May God bless you.
Thank you to the people who helped me. Thank you for fixing my leg.
Well, Erica's baby was born with a cleft palate. She dreaded the day her son was going to ask her, "Mom, why is my lip like this?" Well, now she no longer has to worry about that because that day is never going to come, thanks to you.
8-month-old Valdo was born with a cleft lip. His mom wondered why.
When I first saw him, I was shocked. I carried him for 9 months, did everything I could to take care of myself. But why was he born like this?
Erica said she struggled to think what would happen when her son looked in the mirror and began to ask questions.
I was afraid that when he grew up, he would ask me, "Mom, why is my lip like this? Will I always look like this?" How could I even begin to answer that?
Erica and her husband Eric are Christians. They live on a remote island in Indonesia called Nias. Eric worked hard to save for his son's surgery.
I only earned about $43 a month. When my son was born, I asked God, "Why are you testing us like this? Why was my son born like this? What sin have I done?"
Then someone told them about Operation Blessing. Thanks to you, we paid for Valdo to receive surgery to repair his cleft lip. Now Eric and Erica can smile as they look at their son's lip and the promise of a brighter future.
It brings me so much joy to see him smile and laugh. His lip is healed now.
I am so thankful to God for this blessing for my son.
I'm truly thankful to all the people who paid for our son's surgery. May God bless you abundantly.
More than 2 billion people in the world have no access to clean drinking water. Mioli is one of them. Every part of her body aches after trekking through the wilderness and hauling heavy jugs of water. But thanks to you, that's a thing of the past.
Mioli wakes up early every morning to fetch water for her family.
My neighbors and I trek through the wilderness, climb hills, and go down dangerous ditches and rocky terrain to get to where we fetch water. When I finally get there, many people are waiting in line. The journey back is even tougher. I walk slowly and carefully because of the heavy water on my back.
After hours of walking, the water from one trip is never enough.
I use it for cooking, cleaning, and other things like sharing it with my little goats. When I wash only a couple of shirts, all the water is gone. My grandchildren often go to school without bathing and in dirty uniforms because we just don't have enough. When the water runs out, I go back and make the same journey again. At the end of the day, every part of my body aches.
When Operation Blessing learned about Mioli's situation, we installed a solar-powered well system and a water kiosk complete with a treatment system in her village. Now Mioli and many other families have easy access to safe, clean water.
Our water problems are over. Even my grandchildren easily fetch water now, and they can bathe any time they feel like it. Because the water is so close to us, washing our laundry is effortless, and my livestock can drink as much water as they want. With the burden of trekking for water removed, I have time for other chores like fetching firewood and cooking, and I have time to rest. Thank you so much for bringing us water.
Well, Vesna watched one episode of CBN's Superbook, and she prayed to become a Christian. Well, since then, she's invited 5 of her friends to watch with her, and they've become Christians too. And now she's praying for her parents' salvation, and it's all because of you.
One Sunday morning, 10-year-old Vesna walked by a church and heard kids laughing. That made her curious.
I always wondered what they did in there that made them laugh. When the teacher saw me, he waved to me and asked me if I want to come in.
That was the first time she ever saw the CBN Bible animation, Superbook.
I watched the episode of The Prodigal Son. The story made me want to cry. I saw how forgiving the Father was and how Jesus loves us too. So I want Jesus to be my God.
The story of Superbook touched her so much that Vesna prayed and became a Christian after watching only one episode.
I felt such a joyful feeling when I prayed. I felt love from Jesus and want to follow him.
Soon, Vesna invited 5 of her friends to join the Superbook Sunday School class.
I'm so happy. My close friends became Christian. Now they will receive love and forgiveness from Jesus, just like I do. And I hope to invite more people.
Vesna's parents noticed a change in their daughter after she began attending the Superbook class. She's praying for them to become Christians too.
I'm so happy that she changes for the better. She helps a lot with house chores. She is much braver to talk to people, and she has many friends. She also got good grades.
Thank you so much, Superbook, for changing my life.
This is our January telethon where we determine the budget of CBN, the allocation to Operation Blessing, the allocation to CBN International. What can we do here domestically in the United States? What can we do in over 70 nations around the world? And you're a part of all of it when you join the 700 Club. How much is it to join? Well, it's just $20 a month. That translates into 65 cents a day. Some can join at higher levels. We have them, 700 Club Gold, $40 a month. 1,000 Club is $1,000 a year. That breaks out to $84 a month. We also have 2,500 Club, which is $2,500 a year. Founder, $5,000 or more a year. And then Chairman Circle, $10,000 or more a year. Whatever level God is encouraging you to give, do it now. What are we asking you to do? We're asking you to join the 700 Club.